Okay. Whew. First and foremost, apologies if my stream is a bit weird and sketchy today, because as you could probably tell from the game, it's storming all over the UK, and where I live is no exception, and it's making my internet go really, really slow. So, yeah, apologies if the stream stutters, but we'll push on anyway. Yeah, that sums it up. Disappointment. Very, very disappointing. Um, but yeah, man, it's weird. I'm disappointed in a way, but it's like that parent thing of like, oh, I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. Type of thing. Like, I'm not angry about this result as much as I have been for other results. But it is definitely disappointing nonetheless. Um, Hang on, let me just check. I'm just checking to see if everything's running well. Yeah, okay, cool. Good, excellent. Um, I do want to first start the stream off, by just thanking you guys for the support on the latest match preview. The video is performing very, very well, and it's great to see so many people in the comments answering the question of the day as well. It's quite humbling and lovely to see so many people from different backgrounds all over the world uniting for one common cause. And it was good to just find more out about you guys. I might start doing more questions like that. It was very good to see a lot of you in the comments. Anyway, let's hit this intro, shall we? Lads, lasses, and the rest of the masses, welcome back to the channel. I'm Mono from Mono CFC, and this is GBU Live. Okay, dub intro. Okay, there we got the intro. We didn't mess up the intro again this time. Right. Everyone, welcome to GBU, where we'll be reviewing Chelsea 2, Arsenal 2, and as I highlighted in the little bit of the intro there, yes, this was an incredibly disappointing result. I'm not sure about the echo. I think I've got my I think I might have my monitor on OBS set up the wrong way. I'll have to figure that out. But anyway, welcome to GBU. As always, we're going to go through the goods, the bads, and the uglies, and go from left to right, and then we'll go all the way back to the positives and end off on a positive note. There were positives to take from this, despite the disappointment of bottling a 2-goal lead, and I think the first place to start is the very obvious partnership of... where have I put him? Hang on one sec. There he is. Cucurella. Cucurella, and I'm gonna be putting where is he? Oh, sorry, I haven't updated my pictures either. I need to do that. I apologize. Malo Gusto. I think these two were very, very good today. I did highlight in my match preview that I thought that the battle over there on the wide areas was going to be very, very important, and it proved to be so. The reason why I'm putting Gusto here is I'm going to kind of put him in the middle here, because he's kind of in the bad, but he's obviously, for the majority of the game, he was very good, and I'm going to get onto that when I get into this box. Winning our individual battles all over the pitch was kind of the main driving force of this, and especially in the first half. I think Cucurella was unplayable. Apart from, like, I think there was one moment where Saka got behind him, but apart from that, he completely locked Saka down. Couldn't get into the game at all. Gusto on the opposite side completely shut down Martinelli. He couldn't really get any luck out of him either. So yeah, I think these two, if we're going to be taking positives from this game, the performance from these two especially was very good to see. And the thing which I'm most happy about Cucurella, the way that Cucurella plays, is because he can now play in that left-back role, and we can trust him to play in that left-back role. We can play Levi Colwill back at left centre-back where he's best. Obviously, he's kind of gone into this hybrid left-back, left centre-back role, and he's been playing well there, but he's obviously more suited to playing as a centre-back. I haven't actually put him on my list. I always come up with like a list of like 6 or 7 things which I'm going to put on here, and I haven't put him on the list, but I do want to give a quick shout out to Thiago Silva, because I think Silva was very, very good in this game too. Rolling back the years, as it were, and kind of getting back to his best that we know he can be. Let's move into the bad, because this segues really well. I will just put Gusto in the bad. He's kind of half and half, but he's going to be going into the bad because of how he switched off for the second goal that we conceded at the back post, and he let Trossard get around the back of him, and literally it was the only mistake he made all game, and it cost us. And it's this recurring theme of individual errors, and only one individual errors and us getting punished for it. We'll obviously get on to a more glaring issue that happened before this, and you could probably tell where that's going. And you know what, actually we can move straight into the ugly box. I'm actually just going to put Gusto here just so it's symmetrical. We can move straight into the ugly box because everyone knows who's going in here, and it's Sanchez. As someone pointed out in chat a second ago, and I do try and read chat when I can, but obviously it goes so quickly sometimes I can't actually keep up with everything. But as someone pointed out in chat, this was the first time that we really saw Sanchez get punished for a mistake. Because he's been making a few of them, and he's been getting away with it in recent weeks. And obviously he's really weird because he's got very, very good distribution, but then at times really, really bad distribution. And I don't think this is particularly a bad pass. I think it's more so just a lack of effort and a bit of lackadaisical play all round. I think after we got 2 goals up and it came to like the last stages and we started getting in more control of the ball and getting more possession, we kind of switched off and turned that intensity down a little bit, which is what we've been seeing in a lot of our games, where we start the halves very, very quickly and then kind of fizzle out towards the end of the halves. And I think Sanchez was just a bit kind of you know, like I don't know how to explain it. It's just like that kind of laziness and that kind of not being switched on, because he thought, oh, it's fine, I don't need to play this perfectly, like Enzo's going to get there. And obviously Enzo isn't the quickest, and he didn't get there. He gives the ball to Rice, and hats off to Declan Rice, by the way, because that finish is not the easiest thing to do in the world. It is an open net, but he absolutely blasts it into the side netting, which was a very good shot. But again, we can't really applaud the opposition too much when they are given an open goal to score. And as I said, this might be the time, and I don't think it will because I know how Pochettino is, but this might genuinely be the time to give Sanchez a kind of push to the bench and say, hey, Petrovic, you can come in for a game and see what happens, because it is kind of getting a bit ridiculous how many times he's doing this, and he's kind of been getting away with it, except for now. And obviously it's not just him conceding the goal, because obviously that's not the main issue. The main issue is that because of the way that we concede the goal, Arsenal then get their tails up and they can go and score the second. And it's like I said in my preview, right? Arsenal are a team that will get a little bit of luck in every single game. They'll get a little bit of luck, but the thing which they are so good at is they always find a way to win or find a way to get back into a game, and this was their ticket. As soon as this first goal goes in, they instantly snap and they go straight into attack mode, and that's exactly what happens. And Saka gets a bit of space, and then he puts the ball to the back post, and we concede a second, and we draw this game. Obviously, I'm saying everything like it's a loss. It does feel like a loss. Whenever you concede 2 goals and end up drawing the game, it feels like a loss. But obviously, we did draw this game. We did gain a point, which most people didn't expect us to do. Let's be honest. Most people expected Arsenal to just roll over us, and like I said in my preview, that was never going to happen. I never expected that to happen. I did actually predict a draw, even though I said, oh, 2-1 to Chelsea. I did actually predict a draw, so like, call me Mystic Mac or whatever, because I did predict a lot of things that actually kind of happened in this game, which was funny. But yeah, it's just he makes such a simple schoolboy error, and it kind of lets Arsenal back into the game, and it's the only reason that we lost this game, because we were comfortably in control for like 60 to 70 minutes of this game until that happened, and then we basically lost our marbles and capitulated and lost this game, or drew, but still. Let's move back into the positives, and I'm going to be giving a joint point here for our goal scorers. Firstly, Cole Palmer, who scored another wonderful penalty, completely sent Raya the other way, and the other, obviously, Mykhailo Mudryk. And Mykhailo Mudryk's goal is not intended by any stretch of the imagination. There's no way anyone will convince me that he meant this. This is a very blatant misplaced cross, but you take the goals where you can get them. And as I said, and I pointed this out on my Twitter, as I said, it's something about Raya, man. He just can't reach the ball if it's in the top corner. It doesn't matter if it's a misplaced cross or a shot. He's not gonna be able to get there because he's too small. And this is exactly what what happens in this scenario is that the ball goes wider than he anticipates. It goes over his head, straight into the back of the net, and we go 2 goals up. And it gives us a really big boost for the first portion of the second half, because we go 2 goals up, and now we have this feeling of like, oh, we can actually win this game now. We can sit on our laurels and kind of play off of Arsenal trying to get back into the game. But that's not kind of what actually happened in the end. What kind of happened is that we kind of took control of the game a bit too much, to the point where Arsenal were then the ones that were attacking us on the counter, and then obviously the Sanchez error happens, and then etc, etc, and we go on draw this. Palmer I want to give credits to, because I think he was very, very good in this game overall. Obviously scored the penalty, very good penalty. He actually took this penalty away from Sterling, which was very interesting. We saw the pecking order happen there, where Sterling tried to take the ball for the penalty, and obviously as well, Mudryk was the reason that we won the penalty in the first place, I should say. I also want to give a little mention to Sterling, because he was very, very good in this game, but again, he's just not one of the things which I've actually pointed out, so I'm not putting him on here. But yeah, Palmer steps up, confidently and coolly dispatches the penalty. I think he is now our designated penalty taker, and every time we get a penalty, he's probably going to put it away. He's got that aura about him. But not only that, he was more, again, proving why he's our most creative asset, and kind of dictating play in the midfield. Again, another thing which I haven't actually kind of talked about here, but the midfield battle was very, very interesting, and I think Caicedo, Enzo, and Gallagher completely overran the show, especially in the first half. Odegaard, by the way, where was he? Completely ghosted the game. I didn't even hear his name get mentioned that entire first half. I don't think he ever got on the ball, which was what I kind of highlighted in my preview, is that if we were to get success, we needed to shut him out, and we did that, and that's kind of how we based our good start from, was basically those 3 shutting down him and him not getting on the ball enough. Let's move into the second bad, and this is going to be for Pochettino. And the reason why I put it in the bad box, because obviously this is a medium box. I always call it the bad box just because the good, the bad, the ugly is like the phrase, but like this is more of a medium box. I'm giving it to Pochettino because he set up on because it's a mixture of good and ugly right here, where he set us up very, very well to win the game, and we did very, very well in the first like 60 minutes. But his substitutions, again, and I keep talking about this, his substitutions were so weird and so odd. Why did he put Noni Madueke on at left wing when he's blatantly better on the right wing? And Noni, to be fair to him, didn't really play well when he came on. Let's be honest, his touch let him down. He actually was partly to blame for the second goal, because he didn't close down Saka quick enough, which Sterling and Mudryk were doing. That's another thing about Mudryk. He was playing defensively very well as well, despite him not actually playing in a defensive role. And then obviously he put James on at right mid, which is really weird, and obviously kept on Gusto, and I know that's probably because he wanted Gusto to continue his good form, but if he just subbed off Gusto for James, I don't think we concede that second goal, because James doesn't switch off like Gusto does there. And it was just weird all round. Obviously, he took off Mudryk for Jackson, and that made sense. Obviously, we'll need to get Jackson some minutes. Obviously, he's coming back from his wrist surgery, so he couldn't play the full 90. But taking off Mudryk was a bit of a weird one, because he had just got that goal and he was looking confident every time he got on the ball, and it's just kind of stunts that momentum when you take off all the players that have been performing well. Again, maybe there's some fitness thing, but it's been this recurring theme of Mudryk going off at 60 minutes every single game, and I don't know why. He never gets the chance to play a full 90, and he could have gone on and got another goal, you never know. And just for that, I'm going to kind of put him in the medium box, because again, his substitutions were just weird, just really weird, and just really oddly timed. One sec. My thing. I think it's going a bit glitchy. 1 sec. Okay. But yeah, the other thing which I'm going to put into the ugly box, and this will be the last thing I'm going to put in the ugly box, and I don't actually know how I'm going to actually describe this in picture form. I think I'm just going to put this, like, two arguing people. It's just the fact that, again, and this kind of ties into the Sanchez point, it's individual mistakes are costing us games, and we've been having this since last season. We just keep making individual mistakes, and every single time we make an individual mistake, it just costs us the game. We need to iron that out, and obviously with time that will happen, but it's becoming all too common for us to be playing very well and then lose to an individual mistake. I think almost all of our games that we have lost this season or drawn this season, you can roll it back and find an individual mistake somewhere that has cost us that game. But yeah, that's the final kind of point. Again, I've kind of ragged on Sanchez a lot in this bit, and I do want to focus on the positives, as I always do, because I do think there are positives to take from this game. And we will end here on a positive. I'm just going to put a nice little blue heart here for us, and that's, we did still get a point against the best team in the league, arguably, and now we are above Palace. We'll have to wait for the United game. It's actually currently going on. I think they're playing Sheffield. Obviously, if Sheffield somehow get a miraculous win, which they won't, but if they get a miraculous win, we'll be above United as well. But I'm not hedging my bets on that. We've leapfrogged Palace. We'll have to wait for the United game to finish. Our performance was good. This is the thing, and we need to take confidence from this into our next game, because we play Brentford next, which I think is genuinely the best kind of opponents we could have out of this horrible run that we have, because we're playing like every single, I think there was a stat, it says like every single one of our next 7 games is someone that finished in the top 9 last season, which is crazy. But yeah, we need to take confidence in our next game against Brentford, and which we should win that game. We should definitely win that game against Brentford, and I think that this is a platform for us to kind of spring off now. It's 3 games in the league unbeaten, I believe. No, I think we play Blackburn afterwards, right? I think we play Brentford next Saturday, and then we've got the cup game after, if I remember correctly. I will check that just in case you're correct. Hang on, matches. Yeah, we play Brentford on Saturday, and then on Wednesday afterwards, on the 1st of November, we play Blackburn in the Cup, which is, again, another good chance for us to kind of get some more momentum, because then the game after that is against Tottenham, who probably are the best and most informed team this season so far, so Tottenham, that game's going to be feisty as well. But yeah, I always like ending on a positive. I don't like ragging on our team, even when we do play badly, because, let's be honest, as I said earlier, I think no one gave us a chance in this game, and they just expected Arsenal to roll us over. I had a lot of people in my Twitter and in my comments basically saying that this was already over, and I don't know why I was giving us any credit. But like I said in my preview, there was never ever going to be a chance that Arsenal rolled us over in this game, and we didn't die and roll over. We actually put in quite a good performance. But yeah, so again, just an individual error cost us the game, and we move on to Brentford. I'm going to end this here. I don't want to rag on too much, because I've already been live for like 18 minutes, I believe, so I don't like keeping these too long. But thanks everyone for hanging out. The match breakdown, the tactical breakdown, will be out this week sometime, or this next week coming up. It'll probably be Tuesday or Wednesday as usual. And yeah, but thanks for hanging out, everyone. Have a good rest of your evening, and let's hope that United lose to Sheffield. See ya. But that was just my GBU match review for this week. Thank you ever so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts on this match in the comment section below, and if you'd be so kind, subscribe to the channel and leave the video a like if you enjoyed. Don't forget to tap the notification bell so you never miss a video from me, or check out some of the other videos on the channel on screen right now. I've been Mono from Mono CFC, and remember, in the rain or in the dry, keep that blue flag flying high. Come on, you Blues.